This is the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. We welcome the Hawks Nest above the South Gym of the Jesup Community Schools in Jesup, Iowa. Tonight, the Jayhawk Sports Network has the boys varsity contest tonight. Waterloo Columbus coming to town. And we'll have a live game for you coming up in moments right here on the Jayhawk Sports Network. All right, on the Heartland Technology pregame show with head coach Joe Smines, and we're set to go Jesup and Waterloo Columbus coming in tonight. Joe got through break back at home, but you've had some games under your belt.
Yep, first we ended Christmas, before Christmas with a nice win over Wapsie Valley, a ranked ball club here in 1A, and a great game. Found a way to beat them on our home court before Christmas, so it was a good way to go into break. Came out of Christmas, versus Sumner Friday.
I need to go back to Wapsie game. So I'm not the only one that had one overtime, and we had flashbacks.
Yeah, there was
5 overtimes.
Yeah, it was eerily similar. You know, we played a really good second and third quarter, kind of let it get away from us in the fourth. Got to overtime, then kids did a great job in overtime of knuckling down and made some free throws down the stretch to put it away, and just a great win to end going to Christmas break. So got into Christmas break, got some workouts in, went down to Benton Community, and got a scrimmage in down there. Yeah, we actually didn't make it down to Benton.
You didn't make it?
No, that was the day after the snowstorm, and just wasn't going to work out, so we didn't go down actually. So we missed out on a scrimmage. So our first game really of live action was Sumner Fred Friday night, and that game is always a little scary anyway. First game back from break. And we were a little out of sorts early, and I would say Sumner was too. So it was kind of a grinder for a while. We found a way in the second half to pull away and get the win. And we went Saturday over to Wartburg, played Grundy Center, and got a nice win over there by about 22 or 23. So a good way to start back from break. You got the workouts over break. What was the key thing you were working on? Yeah, we were just trying to reorganize some of our man stuff, our zone stuff. You know, just keep reviewing, keep adding on to some stuff that we've done, and just keep moving the train forward. So, we need to get, as we go further through here, we're going to be playing teams a second time. So it's key that we get some new stuff put in, some things we can do differently, defensively, offensively, that teams haven't seen. And that's still a work in progress. But overall, it was good. It was a good Christmas break. Not having that scrimmage, kind of stunk a little bit because it got us a little bit out of rhythm. But to our kids' credit, they found a way to get 2 wins, and now we're on to Columbus. So you look at get through the first half of the season with non-conference and beginning conference season. What really stood out to you as success that you saw from this squad? Yeah, it was going into the season, we really didn't have any idea what we were getting. We knew we had Joey back, and the rest of the guys were kind of new, other than Moore. I think our point guard play, Cade's done a really good job. He's really grown into the position. He's done a good job taking care of the ball for the most part. His assist-to-turnover ratio has been really good, better at this point than I maybe thought it would be, and he continues to get better and better. He has his moments where he's a little wild, but he's done a great job for us. Our 5 position with Josh and Landon, they've really done a good job. They've really grown together. Landon, like you saw the last 2 games before Christmas break, was a man, and he's played really well. Josh Johnson's done a great job for us at the 5 too. So those are 2 spots that I thought were, we were going to have some youth, and those guys have really grown. And that's why we've had good success so far at a 6-4 record. So now we're trying to get some more bench guys more involved, more consistently. So that's been an ongoing process for us. Talk about Landon Barret. He got a nice little honor over break too. Yeah, Landon against Don Bosco and Wapsie, he was the man inside. I mean, neither team really had an answer for him. Wapsie specifically didn't have an answer for him. I think he averaged like 22 and 18, I think, that week, and got the Iowa Prep Player of the Week, and well-deserved honor. And the neat thing with Landon this year is he's practiced really well. Last year he went some ups and downs, and he didn't play as well Saturday night at Grundy Center. Had a great practice yesterday, so he's starting to mature and understand he's going to have some games that doesn't go well. I'll see if he can respond, and he's done a good job, and really proud of what he's done so far. So but you're not changing your hairstyle yet to match his? No, not even close. I could grow it out. My wife, I'd be divorced probably in about 5 minutes, but no. He showed up to practice over a break, and he was sitting down. I had no idea who it was. I thought it was Dylan, Joey, and it was Landon. So he said he was a new him. Okay. So whatever. Well, that works. Health of the squad. How do you look? We're good. Everyone's healthy. Cole Van Brocklin came back a little earlier from his knee injury. He was good to go. He's played 2 really good games against Sumner and Grundy Center. So we are full go and excited to get going tonight again. Talk about Columbus. What are you going to see? Yeah, they're flowing team again. They had a kid named Jaquan Jackson who came from Minnesota this year. He was averaging 25 a game, had a 40-point game. He is no longer with the team. He has gone back, I think, to Minnesota, so that's changed their dynamic a little bit. and they're still trying to work through some things right now, it looks like, from watching film. But once again, a capable group, an athletic group, and have some young players that are, still trying to find their way through. But a team that's played a lot of really close games against teams. So we'll have to be ready to go tonight and do what we do and hopefully get the game up-tempo. I think they're going to want to slow it down, so we want to get up and down in transition tonight and throw the ball into the big fella.
Okay. Good luck, Joe.
Thanks.
Head Coach Joe Smines on the Harling Technology pregame show. This is the Heartland Technology pregame show on the Jayhawk Sports Network. Second chance we've done video on our pregame, integrated that to the broadcast. Folks, I don't usually look that angry. It's just a video. I got to get some more sleep. I got bags under my eyes. I was just talking, Luke Baldwin finally deciding to make his way up to the Hawks Nest as I was just commenting as I was watching myself on video with our pregame with Joe Smines. I didn't realize I looked so angry all the time.
You do. I just figured you were just always upset about something. I've learned to live with it over the years. And
I did have a couple high school kids tell me yesterday that you're so intimidating. I went, good. That's what I want. Only if I could get my high school kid to think that. Anyway.
Well, I think that at a certain point in our lives, I don't know, maybe all kids think we're somewhat intimidating. I don't know.
Maybe. Anyway, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again aboard the Jayhawk Sports Network, Marlin Technology. I'm Nate Clayberg. That's Luke Baldwin. Anthony Baugh has everything technical up and going for now. It's up and going now.
See if we can keep that machine running.
Eric Clark running camera. Anthony Baugh has this, I don't know what else to call it other than a suitcase, is what it looks like. You should post a picture of that, Anthony. Show people how state-of-the-art we are with the video suitcase that Anthony has. Let's check in. Starting lineups now. Public address announcer Dan Fox.
A junior, number 15, Parker Westhoff. A sophomore, number 25, Cannon Butler. A junior, number 31, Blake Friesman. A junior, number 35, Benjamin Leibold. The Sailors are coached by Ben Barnett, assisted by Brad Schmidt and Mitch Rom. And now for the Jayhawks, a senior number 4, Joey Youngblood. A senior number 5, Alex Moore. A junior number 11, Cade Nolan. A senior number 14, Dylan McComb. A sophomore number 30, Landon Barrett. The Jayhawks are coached by Joe Smines, assisted by Steve Schmidt and Mike Johnson.
Get our public address announcer, Dan Fox. You gotta love Dan. He entertains the crowd here as we are set to go with Waterloo Columbus and the Jesup Jayhawks, and Landon No Mullet Barrett is in the mid-circle. Are you going to be all right, Luke, with this whole thing tonight?
I'm disappointed. I'm sad.
I was like, who's the new center?
He looks totally different.
Oh, yeah.
I will say one thing. He looks considerably older with the trimmed up do, so still looks like his dad.
Is that where he was going?
He might not like that comment. I wouldn't like it. I mean, if somebody told me I look like Kyle. I'm just kidding, Kyle. I know you watch these things after the game, so.
I noticed you didn't say it wasn't if somebody said you look like your dad.
Well.
Because that already has happened.
Yes, Dad and I are about identical twins at this point. I was looking at a picture one day that we took out on my deck. It was last summer, I think, and it was kind of a selfie. He was standing right behind me, and we're both looking at the camera, and I looked at the picture afterwards, and I thought, Holy cow. I now know where I get my looks.
And you were like, I thought you were going to say, I didn't know Dad was in that picture.
Yeah.
Waterloo Columbus.
Alex makes one of his first 2 free throws in the game.
Columbus coming into this game with a 2-5 record in the conference. Overall in the season, 2-7.
So I was a little late up to the booth here, Nate. Well, you were actually sitting with him when I was walking back up to the box here, but ran into Jim Mudd Jr., the commander-in-chief at the Mudd Group in Cedar Falls, which was my first gig in the design world. So it was good to see that face again. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
I don't think you've talked to him since the last time we were together.
That's probably
That's been,
true.
6-7 years.
Yeah. So he has a son out here, James Mudd III, a junior for the Sailors. But have fond memories of that place. A lot of good people I met there.
You know, I'm impressed that, you know, for how many years ago was it that you worked there?
Oh, geez. Well, it's about 15 now, I think.
So I'm impressed that he remembers you.
Yeah.
Because either you were such a good worker or such a big problem of his.
We had a pretty good relationship there. I was at the Mudd Group when it was still fairly small, and Jim would join a group of us out from time to time, and we had a lot of fun together. So pretty good memories with that fella.
So Jesup coming into tonight in overall this year, 6-4 on the season. Conference play for the Jayhawks at 4-3. Picked up a win this past Saturday up at Wartburg in that event. Beat Grundy Center 55-33.
Drive by McCombs, no good. Officials, I like the way they're calling this game so far. Letting them play a little bit. That's the way it should be.
3-2, low scoring. Hard to get that ball in the hoop.
Seems like we've seen this before, right? Game that starts off kind of slow.
Not too long ago, I feel like. Something just took place.
Like about an hour and a half ago it started.
Yeah, Jesup girls faced off against Columbus here prior to this. Came out with a win, 55-33.
David Ryan into the game for the Sailors.
Columbus, as we heard from head coach Joe Smines in our pregame show, had their leading scorers no longer on the team. Jaquan Jackson averaged 22 points a game and no longer on the squad. That slides down.
It's a pretty big chunk of your scoring.
Right, that slides down to Alex Zyke. He's
Don't
now
know
10
what
points per game.
Yeah, don't know what the situation was there, but
Cade Nolan up top. Columbus again with that advantage right now.
Jesup working things around, trying to see if they can get something open inside or out. McCombs with the long three, no good. Back to the Sailors. Little travel. I've seen that little jump so many times by so many different people, and they never know they do it when they do it.
I suppose you get so caught up looking down the floor or looking for that pass or that play.
Oh, nice feed by Youngblood to Moore. Jayhawks in a full court press here, man-to-man press. Well, no, it is kind of a zone press.
And just kind of throwing it up, see what happens.
Yeah, I think
it's almost what it seems like.
McCombs went in there with different intentions, but got himself off balance and had to do something with it.
Deep ball. Gonna count that in. Zyke.
What you probably said this prior to the game, or maybe even since then. What's Zyke averaging on the?
Yeah, when
season?
you look at where Zyke's at, he's averaging just almost 11 points per game, or
Okay.
points per game. Strong three-point shooter, 15 of 46, and 20 of 23 at the free throw line. Moore, pickpocket, gonna get hacked right on the ball. Nice heads-up play there by Butler. He knew right where he needed to hit that, and that's Butler's only a sophomore.
I'm a little surprised Moore didn't get dinged for the foul there on the steal. Quite a bit of contact there.
Game tied up at 7. Nolan sporting some designer socks tonight.
Van Brocklin into the game, as is Johnson underneath.
Under 4 minutes. Try to catch my breath up here a little bit.
No
3:47 to go. A little winded. Low scoring game. Cole Van Brocklin in. He's got his fan club, his grandparents following along tonight from across the country.
Fueling in the game too. I don't think I mentioned that earlier, as we see Cannon Butler make the inside shot for Columbus.
He's at 4.
Columbus playing some tight defense, kind of forcing the Jayhawks out of their offense here early on. Just trying to find some offense anywhere right now. Cade Nolan with the side three, in and out.
Wow.
So it's heading back north.
Straight on. Three-pointer right through it. Zyke.
That was in from the moment it left his hands.
6 points, all threes.
I wasn't sure if that was a pass or a shot at first, but nice little floater by Cade.
Give him credit for that.
I don't know if this Jayhawk press is overly effective at least to this point in the game. Nice drive to the hole for Cade. Uses his shoulder a little bit, kind of bulldozes his way in, but not so much to where he's going to get called for it.
Three-point left side. No good of the hands of Westhoff. 90 seconds on the clock, first quarter.
Oh, nice pass by Fueling. Count it.
Wow.
That was a beautiful
Youngblood.
pass by Fueling. Just slipped it in through the defense to Youngblood. Youngblood with the powerful move. And he'll get his shot at a three-point play here.
Moore coming in. You heard from the coach during the pregame show that just got some workouts in over break and did not get the opportunity to go down to Benton Community like they have been over the last couple of years, just because of the weather. So, you know, that was an opportunity to scrimmage another team during break, Luke, that coach was hoping for but didn't get that chance.
Yeah, it's unfortunate when you don't get those in, especially over break, because it does a couple of things. One, it allows you to you know, jeez, that's Youngblood just took one in the chest. Well, no, yeah, that's not his chest.
That's
it's lower than
lower
the chest.
than the chest. Yes. So he'll come out.
He's in some pain. He's going to want to do some deep knee bends after that.
And even though we're not the Catholic school, quite a few people genuflecting as they see him walk off the floor.
But anyway, back to those mid-break scrimmages. You know, it gives you an opportunity to, as a team, to work on some things, but it also ensures that you keep your condition over the winter break. So when you have to forego those because of weather, it doesn't do you any favors.
.30-second mark, first quarter, ball gets loose. Columbus will recover, shoot that out to Zyke in that corner. He's got 3 threes so far tonight. And Jesup's going to bring out that zone press.
And they're really working hard on that. They're nearly forced a couple turnovers there. Got some quickness at the top of that.
Gets loose, Nolan has it, 5 seconds, looking for that final shot. Go to the hoop, draw the foul, 1.1. Doesn't get the shot, but we'll go to the free throw line.
Got that down there in a hurry.
Kate Nolan, 20 of 42 at the free throw line, 47.6% coming into tonight. Shot up, rolls off the front of the rim.
A little short. See if he can get the second one here. And he will.
Tied up at 15. So, 15-15. Jesup and Waterloo Columbus. Head coach Waterloo Sailors is Ben Barnett, assisted by Brad Schmidt and Mitch Rahm. Jesup's side, Joe Smines, the head man down there, assisted by Steve Schmidt. Help out with Mike Johnson, Nick Donnelly. Dirk Dahlbrock Sabres get duties at the middle school level, and bench keeps moving with the help of Kevin McCombs and Laney Baugh as well, as they've got duties down below. But strong bench down there, Luke, for the Jayhawks.
Absolutely, both player and coaches.
Tonight's game, go ahead.
No, I was going to say the old cheerleaders working the crowd during the intermission here. We got good student section with us tonight, so they're always ready to get involved. More t-shirts being distributed. Compliments of Heartland Technology.
Jayhawks Sports Network t-shirts nonetheless. I feel like we should get it. Where's Anthony? We should get a t-shirt kind of like Mount Rushmore style with the 4 of us in the front of it.
I'm actually a little surprised they haven't reworked Mount Rushmore, the actual Mount Rushmore with the 4 of us on it.
Do you know what kind of paperwork that would take?
It's government. It's a government monument, so probably more than I even want to imagine.
Oh yeah. We'll get Canada to pay for it.
Well, you know what they say about the French. Nothing up here.
Yeah, nothing up here. Underway at second quarter.
A little unnecessary foul by, that's going to go against David Ryan. So this game continues to be a tight one. Couldn't get any tighter, tied up at 15. Hopefully Alex Moore can change that with this free throw, and he is unable to.
Ball entered away. Columbus will pull down that board, and Landon Barrett just kind of caught in the middle.
Foul on Moore. Got caught up in the scrum. It's a rugby term right there, Nate.
I thought it was more of a software design term.
Scrum?
Or is that agile scrum, something like that?
I don't know. How would I know? It's not my industry.
Not yours personally, no. You've seen it before.
Oh,
Joey
wow.
underneath the basket draws the foul.
I don't know how he got to the basket there. He was on the run. I thought he was going out of bounds, and somehow I think he actually changed directions in the air. Is that possible?
Yeah, and it was slow motion as well.
It's amazing. Benjamin Leibold and Jarrett Cruz into the game for the Sailors. They will replace Caden Ludwig and Cannon Butler. Cannon.
You like that name.
That's a pretty bad name right there. Bad as in awesome.
You pretty much have to be out for sports at that point.
Yeah.
Still fighting for points. Columbus
Oh,
yet to score
nice.
from the first quarter, and Landon Barrett steps in. No mullet, but he's got points. Columbus pushing to get across that midline, and just a split second too late. Had 10 seconds to do it, not able to do it. (19-15). McCombs shooting for more, but Landon will have it, and he'll find the basket. Really making some adjustments in their offense. Columbus has had to, since they've lost their leading scorer for the season for personal reasons. So when you take away 22 points per game, really changes your offense. Moore, 3.
That would be Youngblood,
Or
actually.
Youngblood, 3. Coleman collected and seems to be walking fine now as they will take a timeout. 24-15.
I thought you were talking about Anthony.
No, I was talking about Joey Youngblood. So as we look ahead to what the schedule holds for the Jesup Jayhawks, or how it's been here coming up on a 3-game winning streak. Last time we were on, they beat Wapsie in overtime, 76-72 here on this floor. Went into break, played at Sumner last Friday, lost 42-31. In that ball game for Jesup, Dylan McCombs had 11 points, as he was only 1 for 6 from the 3-point line. Played against Grundy Center up at Wartburg on Saturday. Alex Moore, 17 points, 7 of 8 from the free throw from the field, 3 of 4 from the arch. 11 points for Dylan McCombs that night. 5 in there for Cole Van Brocklin.
Nice steal by McCombs. Quickly gets the ball up the floor via Kyle Brett. Long shot by Youngblood, no good.
In that first quarter, both teams shooting 55%. Jesup missing the 2 3-pointers they attempted in that first stanza. Thanks to Kevin McCombs sending stats our way after the first quarter.
Sailors having a heck of a time. Oh boy. Got away with one there. Called a jump ball. Actually, I would have called that a foul. I think Jesup did have control of it and looked like Benjamin Leibold kind of reached in with the foul on the ground, but they called jump ball. Stays with Jesup.
Nolan forces it left side. Barrett, double team, finds an opening.
He's just so strong under there.
See Johnson and Fueling sent to the scorer's table to check in. Next dead ball. Freshman storms in there. Butler can't get a shot. Barrett down court. Waits, takes a step, turns, draws a foul. Can't get the shot to go.
Go to the free throw line, try to knock down a couple. A couple of these guys for the Sailors wearing their headbands like that. I wear a headband. Play a couple times a week. I wear a headband.
What color is it?
I look like I'm about 70 years old on the court. It's ridiculous, but it's the only thing that keeps the sweat out of my eyes.
Are you wearing sweatpants, or you actually have, you know, like thigh-high basketball shorts?
I usually wear some cut-off jean shorts.
So kind of a
mesh shirt cut off so my belly button shows.
I could see that.
I'm telling you, man, headbands are where it's at when you're bald, because there's nothing up there to keep the sweat out of your eyes.
I'm partial to the skull cap.
Skull while you're playing?
Yeah, well, in the workout I'll do that.
Yeah?
Makes me look a little more intimidating than I actually am. Headband, yeah, I think you just look like
a dork?
A minion, I think.
That's what I look like.
Yeah.
I look like a dork.
I think you look like a minion with goggles on is what you end up looking like. Free throw, in and out.
I like to believe there's power in my headband, though. Makes me stronger on the court.
You sure do like to believe.
Yep. Ball inside to Brett. Almost automatic.
He's got control in there. Cade Nolan's grandfather checking in from Gales Ferry, Connecticut tonight. And,
welcome aboard.
Zach Knutson in his rainbow unicorn costume just a block away. He's tuned in tonight as well.
Fair enough.
In and out.
I wonder if Greta's watching as well. Nice, really nice spin move by Benjamin Leibold. Put a couple points on the board for the Sailors.
Checking tonight from Moberly, Missouri. Harley Mosher watching tonight on the stream. 26 following along on Facebook Live tonight, and however many else tuned in on Jesup Cable Channel 1.
Harley Mosher. There's a name I haven't heard. Well, you know what? He checks in during football season, I think, from time to time.
Outside, three-pointer no good.
Long, but rebound by Youngblood.
Feeling.
Brett
tried
with
to have
the
trigger
travel
there, but Barrett, a couple steps.
Yep. He's had so much success down there, he wants it now.
He got a nice honor over break and kind of was marked as a player to watch.
Sorry I didn't have a follow-up for you there. I had to remove my headset. I had a massive sneeze take me by surprise.
Zyke with another three ball.
No, I said sneeze.
Oh, I didn't know.
Not Snike. Oh, you meant Zyke, the player.
The
Butler with the steal. Our man Cannon.
everybody's favorite Knutson is sleeping. So she's not joined in tonight.
Those young ones tend to do that.
3 left side, rim, bobbles around. Cole Van Brocklin.
Jesup needs to get themselves back on this board. Travel underneath by fueling. So we're going to see Nolan check back into the game. He'll relieve Kyle Brett. Not Kyle Brett, Landon Brett. One of those Bretts.
Well, we've talked about enough of them tonight.
Yeah, we have. Columbus will turn it over.
Whether they're in town or not. 61 seconds. Halftime, we'll hear from head coach Tom Klein. He'll join us up in the Hawks Nest on the U.S. Sailor halftime show. Got a Heartland Technology Data Center stat report coming up as well.
We get a foul. I believe that's going to go against Blake Friesman, and it does. That'll be Blake's second foul of the night. We're going to see Caden Ludwig check into the game after the first shot by Van Brocklin. Cole will make his first shot, bringing the lead to 10 for the Jayhawks, 30-20.
Like that second one, just like that. Cole Van Brocklin. So him and Ethan Backus are in the National Guard. Last weekend, they played, Friday night, went down for duty all day Saturday, came back and played at Wartburg on Saturday night, and then went back down to Des Moines for drill again.
So they've started that already, huh?
Yeah, they've already underway.
Good for them. So I assume they will go to boot camp over the summer?
Yeah, they'll head out after graduation, I think is what Cole's dad Brian was talking about.
Cade Nolan with the long three, no good. And that'll bring this first half to a close with Jesup leading Columbus 31-20.
Just about scoring Columbus' Sailors 16-5 in that second quarter. Leading scorer for the Jayhawks, 8 points for Joey Youngblood, 7 for Cade Nolan, actually 8 for Landon Barrett, 6 for Alex Moore, and 2 for Cole Van Brocklin. Zyke leading 12 points right now. Alexander Zyke is the junior. He's got 12, all 3-pointers. Butler in there with 4. Leopold has 2 as well. And looking up to see, as we'll get in with our Heartland Technology Data Center stats here coming up very shortly, but we'll be joined by head coach Tom Klein, as I think he's probably making his way up the ladder.
See him right now, so I'm going to turn these over to Coach Klein.
And Luke graciously wiped the sweat off of his headphones and had him to you, Tom. So head coach Tom Klein joining us for our girls basketball coaches. They win tonight, 55-37. Not necessarily, I would say, in exciting fashion, as we have a little bit of a three-point contest, and Anthony's saying maybe some recruiting going on down there to see if he can make a half-court shot as they do a little bit of fundraiser. But, Coach, kind of a not exciting game, but it was a chance to work your team through.
Yeah, I'll take. We haven't had one of those for a while, so I'll take one of those. Brittany hit that shot right away at the beginning, and like I say, we needed to see a shot fall early, get our confidence, and then just kind of took off from there. So
yeah, you look, you were down, much of the first quarter, and all of a sudden you started hitting threes and you started turning the tide on that.
Yep.
I guess, the thought going through your mind or the players' minds and some breaks you had there of maybe where you needed to regroup?
No, like I say, they weren't bad shots, and then we started to get out on the break, which another thing we probably haven't done a lot lately, and got some kind of built our lead on that. So that early, I wasn't too nervous yet.
Sure. So you look through there, 19 points from Brianna Lingenfelter and Brittany as well, but there were some shots in there that both those girls usually hit.
Right.
There were some shots that just weren't falling for you guys.
You know, like I say, they got out, and teams are going to, when they scout, they're going to know Britt shoots threes, so they're going to find her. And she's starting to get where she's taken to the hole a little more. And like I say, Bree had a nice game. She does a nice job attacking the lane. And finished a lot of shots tonight. Got fouled. She was, I think, she had 9 free throws tonight, 7 for 9.
Something like that, yeah.
So she did a really nice job of getting into the lane for us. So.
Yeah, and you look at Emily Treptow, and I say a quiet 13 points.
Yeah.
It just kind of seemed like that. She had a lot of shots.
Yeah. She, like I say, knocked down. She had 3 threes. Knocked that. She just, hit some there, and like I say, I didn't take her out till late. Like I say, she's my defensive player, and I put her on the point guard. She had to work hard, so I think, as it goes on, she kind of loses her legs a little bit there. But yeah, she does what she needs to do for us.
And you got a new addition to the squad. Talk about Lakin Brett. She's been on your team before, but has come back.
Come back, and like I say, she's always got a lot of energy, works hard. And with Jama not being here today, it really paid off having her at the post. And like I say, she's quick, and she can knock down some shots from the outside also. So she's a pretty versatile player. And like I say, it was big for her. She had a nice game tonight.
She's been practicing with you guys, but finally got to play into after the break here.
Yeah.
But talk about what she's brought from her experience, also even being a senior. What does that do to your team?
Yeah, like I say, it. And I know the first game, it was when she played at Sumner, there were some nerves because she hadn't played for close to 2 years. And we talked to her about letting the game come to her a little bit and settle in, and I think she did a better job of that tonight. And things started going well. But like I say, her energy level is always good out there. Like I say, people feed off of that, and we get going. I think she had nine rebounds tonight. So rebounding wise, that helps us. So like I say, it makes our team stronger, makes us deeper, which we really aren't a real deep team. So
what am I looking? Oh, Emily draped a half-court shot. So that counts in as she's out there for the little fundraiser now. Yeah. So. Both squads, Columbus and Jesup tonight, really clearing through the benches. But you brought in some freshmen, get some experience.
Yep.
That can be a little bit challenging. They played a full game beforehand,
right? And
then they've been sitting for a while. So you got to get them up and moving.
Yep, get them up there. And like I say, it's always good to get the young kids in a varsity game. Like I say, give them a little experience there. But I mean, they dress all the time, and we've had some close ones. We haven't been able to get them in. So it's always nice to get them in the game and get them on the floor, and kind of, we appreciate what they do for us in practice, and like I say, it's good for them to get in there and see some time in a varsity game.
So you'll get into Friday, go down to LaPorte City Union. Now we hit round 2 in the conference.
Yep, everything will be new again, I'm sure, just like us. They're probably added a few new things, and we'll scout them, see what we notice if there's anything different. Like I say, I think I've coached against Coach Driscoll. Well, this is my 8th or 9th year.
Sure.
He's been there, and he does a lot of the same stuff. He runs his system, and they do a good job at it, and we need to play some good defense. So,
well, Coach, good luck, and congratulations on the win tonight, and we'll catch up with you next week.
You bet. Thank you.
All right. Head coach Tom Klein has girls basketball team wins tonight over Waterloo Columbus by a final score of 55-37. We are at halftime. It is the boys' game, Columbus and Jesup. Starting off slow, Jesup well in the driver's seat in this one with a score of 31-20. Leading scorer for Jesup right now. Two of them, Youngblood and Barrett, each with 8 points. We'll return here in just a couple minutes. This is the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. For Jesup right now, two of them, Youngblood and Barrett. This is the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. I'm Nate Klaber, Luke Baldwin. You missed it, everybody, but he did his best Peanuts dance.
No, that's the what?
Peanuts, Charlie Brown.
Oh, okay.
The Charlie Brown Peanuts
Okay.
dance.
Just wanted to clarify.
Okay.
No, that's
All
the
right.
Backpack Boy dance. You never seen it?
No. I'm not sure I want to now.
Right here, man.
All right, our Heartland Technology Data Center halftime statistics. Columbus 41% from the field, 7 of 17. Jesup 10 of 18 at 55%. Jesup's only made one three-pointer of the 7 attempts. Columbus draining 4 out of their 11. And you look at 12 rebounds for Columbus, 8 for Jesup. 10 of those on the Columbus side coming on the defensive end of things. Columbus, though, has turned the ball over 12 times, and they've had 20 points coming off of their bench. So that's how the stats look for the first half for Jesup.
There's another turnover. Most of those are coming when they're trying to make that feed down low, and they are getting intercepted pretty regularly.
Lane Barrett's 5 of 5 from the field in that first
stay
half.
Here. 3 no good for McCombs, but it was a tough rebound. Caught the fingertips of a Columbus player, and so it will stay with the Jayhawks. Inside to Brett. Nice move. He's going to travel on it.
Second half underway. Jayhawks Sports Network, Heartland Technology, and Waterloo Columbus trying to play catch up. Their leading scorer is Zyke. He's got 15 points. Actually 12 points. Scratch that, 12 points.
Another
Ball's going to get loose. Westhoff lost the grip on it.
So back to the Jayhawks. Columbus coming out with a press of their own. Ooh. Combs with 3, no good, but rebound Youngblood blocked on the way up. So back to the Sailors.
Ball sail out of bounds in front of the Columbus bench, and
Timeout.
head coach Ben Barnett would like a timeout.
That was an odd call. He kind of called that timeout while the ball was in the air and actually going out of bounds and caught by the ref. I don't know if that's, I suppose that's legit, huh?
They're going to come over and talk about it. I think the officials may be questioning themselves, but whatever. 30 seconds to go in this third period timeout. Coming up this week in athletics here in Jesup, or at least a school schedule. High school wrestling will be at Denver to face Denver, and also AGWSR. Middle school girls basketball at Denver. Jesup Middle School has a home wrestling meet. And boys basketball will be home with Denver on Thursday. Middle school boys basketball at Blessed Mary over in Waterloo. And again, the doubleheader as it ends the second semester on Friday here for Jesup schools. Girl-boy doubleheader, boy-girl doubleheader down at La Porte City Union. And on Saturday, wrestling as a varsity tournament over at Hudson. No school on Monday. Travel in the lane, that'll advantage to Jesup.
It's about the time of the night that my feet really start hurting.
You still haven't got that mat. Anthony, where are we at with that mat? And again, Anthony has disappeared with no headset.
Off doing his own thing. It's like he doesn't even love us anymore.
I notice he's drifted down there since the incident.
I think maybe there's potentially more incidents.
Potentially
happening.
could be. Right corner, Moore overshoots it out of bounds, but a foul called against Barrett. Be his first personal. Actually, second personal, along with his 11 points.
Robert Porth into the game for Parker Westhoff. So Jesup maintaining this 11-point lead, but certainly not the prettiest start to the second half here. Just kind of some ugly basketball.
Rim no good. Columbus losing their leading scorer for personal reasons here. Recently, he was averaging 22 points a game. And trying to find a way to fill that.
Oh, nice. Nice press break by the Jayhawks. Getting an easy 2 points underneath. Moore considers the dump off to Brett, but keeps it himself. Smart move.
Columbus looking at as a team. Been putting up about 50 points on average per game this season compared to Jesup's 59.6. Overall in the NICL East, as we look at the conference standings, as we're going to hit round 2 here coming up as we head to Sumner, actually to La Porte City on Friday. Applington Parkersburg undefeated in conference play at 7-0. Wapsie at 6-1. Dyke New Hartford at 5-2. Jesup here at 4-3. Hudson 4-4. Denver's at 3-4. Columbus coming in tonight 2-5. And Sumner Fred still looking for a win in league play at 0-7, as is Union. At least on the standings that I have, I don't think Union's quite up to date with their entries there. Lob in Doesn't work. Caden Nolan will pull down that board.
History would suggest those two teams will find a way to win at some point. It's pretty tough to go undefeated, and it's pretty tough to go defeated.
McCombs finally in the book tonight. His first three-pointer made.
Boy,
Ricochet out of bounds to Leopold.
How many times have we seen that tonight, Nate? That Sailors just not taking good care of the ball. A lot of unforced errors, unforced turnovers.
You can just see some frustration in the Columbus squad.
Yeah,
just trying to figure out,
especially the coaching staff,
where they're going.
That's tough to watch time after time, especially when there's a travel by McCombs. When they're unforced, that's especially tough to digest. But it's
Columbus's
also
ball.
Yeah, it's also tough to replace 25 points a night, and also your main ball handler.
Zyke in leading. He scored for Columbus, and Leibold will come in as he gets his first basket in the second half.
Seems as though there may have been another incident.
Okay. Challenging times up in the Hawks' Nest tonight, folks.
The cameraman, I think he's going blind.
Yeah. He's fighting through it, though. You got to give credit to Eric Clark. This is the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. I'm Nate Klaber. That's Luke Baldwin. The guys with the headsets on. Eric Clark and Anthony Baugh. And in the technical stuff. And Cole Van Brocklin trying to pick that ball, but he's going to get tagged with a foul.
Nice run out by Zyke, trying to get 2 points on the board there. Couldn't get that done, but does draw the foul, so he's going to give himself a shot at a couple free throws. Sailors continue to work hard. They've got a quarter plus 3 to see if they can tighten this thing back up.
Zyke so far this season, 20 of 23. Make that 21 of 24 at the free throw line. And he will drop it there, but a follow-up from Cannon Butler.
Got to box out.
His first basket of the second half. And Nolan getting run over, trying to grab that ball and travel.
Wow.
Van Brocklin really giving some pressure along that sideline.
Alex Moore to check back into the game. I don't know about that one, Nate. I guess I shouldn't comment. That ref was right there. I thought that was a foul, if anything, but I'll take the travel.
Jesup fans didn't seem to mind either.
No.
Fueling pushes his way near side. Got pressure.
Quick foul by number 10, unless it was away from the ball. Nope, 25 with the push. That will be Cannon Butler. Numbers probably mean nothing to you folks, so I'll give you names instead.
Fueling missing that 3 in the corner.
Stay with the Jayhawks.
Joey Youngblood to inbound baseline. Cole Van Brocklin up top to Fueling, back to Cole, and whistle in the paint.
Wow.
Went down hard.
Yeah, he did. That was a straight up face plant.
Went down hard. Johnson. Cole up in that corner.
Looking inside for more, nothing going.
Columbus continuing that zone press, 2-3. Jesup just working the passes, in and out.
Ooh.
Trying to find a break, and Joey Youngblood
Get
out
in
to
there.
Cooper Fueling.
Oh, I thought that was in.
2 minutes, third quarter.
As we said before, these refs letting these kids play, I like it. I'd rather have refs that'll let you bang a little bit than ones that are calling you for every little thing. Tough to get any sort of flow when that's the case. Travel.
Zyke will
they have not
get that
been
turnover.
Yeah, they have not been shy calling the travel.
Cooper Fueling will have a seat. Sophomore. Been getting some minutes this year.
Cade Nolan back into the game.
Josh Johnson, junior player out there as well, number 22. Nolan over to Moore. Give it to Nolan. Pulls up, 6 foot out.
Nice floater. Pretty shot by Nolan.
He's got 9. That's his first basket, second half. In and out of traffic. Porth.
Jesup just collapses on that middle.
And Leopold will back in and find his 8th point and also draw the foul. And that foul will count against Youngblood. Pass it across the midcourt. Collision, Johnson and Leibold.
That's going to go against Leibold. So Joey Youngblood will inbounds to Cade Nolan. Will set up the half-court offense. I don't know if they'll play for the last shot here. Coach did say something to him right before the inbounds, so I could see them doing that.
Youngblood forces it. Johnson, he came up trying to pull that board down, and it's going to go the other way on that foul.
Johnson with 2 on the night. I don't think anybody from Jesup is any sort of danger with fouls. We've only got 4 in this third period.
12 seconds. Their final shot. Coming up at the break, we'll find out what color Luke wears for his headband when he.
Oh, nice steal by Moore. Oh, yeah, they're going to call that on Robert Porth, who looks like he might have jammed his finger up on that.
0.9 seconds. Let's get it and hold it, I would imagine.
Or catch and shoot.
Just forced it up there. 38-30. After 3 quarters of play, Columbus actually outscoring Jesup in that third period by a 9-8, actually a 10-9 margin, as we will get the 4th stanza. This is the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. So when you attempt to play basketball during the week, and you talked about this headband, what I'm trying to paint the picture for everybody at home, reluctantly. White? Are we going blue, red? Is it?
I've got quite a.
You got a go-to? Is there? You got an assortment?
My favorite is my orange Jayhawk headband. It's orange with the blue J.
Do you then cock that off to the side, or is it straight on J?
You don't put it right in the middle. No, I mean, I may be a nerd, but not a full-on nerd. Wait, I shouldn't say that. But no, I've got one of those. I've got a blue one, a gray one, a black one, a red one.
Is the Jayhawk one the only one with writing on it?
Yes.
Logos?
Nope.
No logos.
Nope. Oh, I take that back. 3 of those are Nike. They've got the little swoosh on them.
So you will just cock that to the left or right?
Yeah, you never wear it right in front.
Okay.
I don't.
So is it kind of the spongy, stretchy headband?
It's like the old school terry cloth headband.
Okay. So then the next question is, do you have the matching wristbands?
I don't, but I should get some because that would be great to wipe the sweat from my brow. More incidents down
Yeah,
there.
something like that. That would be classy. Plus maybe tube socks, striped tube socks.
Yep. I've been known to pull my socks up from time to time.
That's good.
Brett-
Good with jean cutoffs.
Brett with a hits the front end of a 2-shot foul.
Nice form of the free throw. He's got 9. Brett, leading scorer for the Jayhawks. Last 7.5 minutes. 3 left side, in and out. No good, out of the hands of Blake Friesman.
Jayhawks on the run. Up to cut.
Where did Landon Barrett come from?
That's a tech. That's a tech foul.
Check our screen here on the replay. Kind of get a sense of where things are at. Columbus player came up and did tap that board, so
I think the shot's got to count, but I was thinking that's a technical foul, but maybe not. Okay. Nope, outside the rim, so no.
okay, outside the rim, so they'll just reset that.
I didn't think you could slap the backboard like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so, especially in high school. Clock will advance, 7:09.
Had to hurt his hand, didn't it?
I wouldn't know. Never done that.
I hit my head on the backboard once, but that was about it.
That answers a lot of questions. Barrett posts up. Columbus will keep that ball. Goes out of bounds off of Jesup.
Yeah, I think that may have been a bad call. Good block by Barrett.
Friesman.
Keeps his arms up. You bring those arms down, the ref's getting called almost every time, but Brett's doing a nice job of keeping those high and not giving him a reason to. Nothing but net for McCombs.
Automatic.
So that'll give McCombs 6 points on the night. That's a travel. Not called, but travel nonetheless.
And
It's an interesting
a lot of rolling
tournament.
around down there. Are they playing twister or basketball? Got a timeout. Head coach for Columbus, Ben Barnett, would like a timeout. Looking at the Heartland Technology Data Center quarter stats after the third quarter. Columbus 44% shooting, 11 of 25. 4 for 13 from the arch at 30%, 57% from the free throw line, 4 of 7. Pulling down 19 boards, 13 on the defensive end of things. Got 3 steals, 2 blocks, turned it over 18 times, and have 30 points for their bench. And have accumulated 5 points off of turnovers. Jesup, 44% shooting, 13 of 29. 2 of 13 from beyond the arch. Those 2 shots, 3-point wise, coming from Dylan McCombs. 10 of 14 at the free throw line. 10 assists, 9 steals, 8 turnovers. Have 8 points off of those turnovers. And just 2 points off the bench. Landon Barrett leading 11 points at the quarter.
Another outside shot by McCombs, no good. Rebounded Nolan. Man, I'm looking to get it into Brett every chance I get. As are they, and Brett does draw the foul. Gets tapped from behind. It's going to go against Benjamin Leibold. It'll be his third. Starting to lose my voice here, Nate.
I was going to say, are you all right over there? Have to help you down.
This time of the night is when it starts fading on me.
.5:26 to go.
Nolan draws foul. He's going to go shoot a couple.
Cade Nolan getting double numbers with that free throw. Jesup and LaPorte City Union on Friday. Next game we'll have on the Jayhawk Sports Network will be Dyke New Hartford coming up on Monday. And then we'll have another game next Friday night with Hudson here in Jesup. So we'll get 2 next week, boys. 4 total, I guess, boy-girl doubleheader.
You're good at the maths.
Well, I got 4 appendages. I was able to use that. Are you all right over there?
No. Foul on Barrett.
Lucas dying a slow death here tonight, folks. 9:15 is his cutoff.
Malaria.
I'm sure there's a shot for that.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's been developed.
Sorry if anybody has malaria out there. No offense.
Oh, nice feed by Brett. Couldn't get.
So Moore and Barrett get dinged in a foul there.
Yeah, that was a nice feed
Zyke
by.
will go down.
Nice feed from Barrett to Moore. Moore couldn't get the basket to fall, and Barrett got tangled up on the rebound.
That's his 4th personal. Landon Barrett. He's actually coming in 29 total fouls he's accumulated this season.
Watching Moore play defense over there. He's clearly been told, do not take your eyes off Zyke.
Especially from that arch.
There was a whole game going on behind him, and he was paying zero attention to it.
And he's Zyke.
He's doing exactly what he's been instructed to do.
Coming over to Porth and saying, I can't do anything. Give it to Moore.
Butler hits the first of the 2 shot.
You know, that's something, Luke, I'm glad you had an eye on that. You watch the game wherever the ball is, but
yeah,
sometimes there's a story away from that ball.
Yep.
Ooh. Moore pivots around looking for an opening. And a steal from Porth, fast break. Pulls it in, almost lost it.
I tell you what, Jesup's kind of inherited Columbus's earlier turnover issue. We've thrown quite a few of our own here as of late.
McCombs lingering around the 3-point area. But Jesup needs to watch it because things could change all of a sudden.
You only
the way
got
Columbus is playing.
It's only a 10-point lead.
Although it seems like more.
Oh.
Leibold almost loses it. Slow things down. Three-minute mark. And Moore is just on Zyke.
Yeah.
Just covered him like a bad coat.
It's funny to watch.
And he can slip by him. But you watch number 5 white jersey on number 11 in the green jersey, folks. That's kind of the sideshow that we're watching. 3 goes up from Porth, no good. Barrett gonna get hacked. Butler.
I would
for
argue
that.
I would argue that Brett is 9 times out of 10 he's either going to score it or get fouled. Either way, that's productive.
That's monumental. What you just said.
It's deep, man. It's deep.
In and out. Brett's got 12 points. Leibold. Porth will try a 3.
Travel? No. Timeout? 30-second timeout by Coach Ben Barnett.
Takes it right when he's shooting that 3 with 2:19 to go. And as we look at it, Waterloo Columbus and Jesup will meet in the last regular season conference game of the year at Waterloo on February the 6th. That will not be, however, Waterloo or Jesup's last game of the regular season. They'll go up to Maynard to face West Central on Friday, February the 9th. Less than a month away, or exactly a month away, is how much basketball we have left. Regular season, anyway.
2:19 left in this game. Jesup on top, 44-33 over the Columbus Sailors. Off-ball foul. It's going to be against Blake Friesman, his 4th. So Columbus with 2 players in foul trouble. Friesman and Leibold both with 4. And yet another foul and the 5th on Friesman. That will send Joey Youngblood to the line and Friesman to the bench.
Youngblood, free throw in. Nine points. 2 of them from free throws. Make
Good
that
on the
3.
second as well.
So he'll go to double numbers. Both Nolan and Joey with 10. Barrett's leading Jesup right now with 13 points. Moore deep in that guard court. Trying to find an opening. And there's McCombs. Comes to get that ball. Keep dribbling. Joey Youngblood left side.
Draws it.
We'll get it. Just hits that backboard. He'll go to the free throw line again.
Joey brings his point total to 11 on the night.
You were really slipping The voice is just going.
Yeah, I know. I apologize. I got $1.20 to go in this game, folks. I'm trying to make it through.
The fruit snacks are catching up with you. Deep three. Counter for Columbus.
Zyke.
16 points. Try does it again. Wow, he's automatic from that from that arch.
Out of bounds.
Jesup takes advantage of that. Long pass down floor to Moore.
Moore wisely brings it back out.
Nolan under the basket, baseline. Under a minute to play. Lose the ball, and it will go off of Columbus.
Joe's politely asking, how is that not a foul? Seems like a fair question to me.
When you're up by 12 and I want to go home. Maybe that was his answer.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Zyke. Moore is getting a workout. They want to keep Zyke off that three-point line. Pull it in, Youngblood. Wow. Zyke came diving for that ball.
Help.
And Lucy pulled the football right out of Charlie Brown's eye.
And one.
Wow, Landon Barrett. Barrett with 15 points, third personal foul against Columbus's Zyke. Jesup in that double bonus. They'll clear the lane, and that'll count in.
Moore playing some Jedi defense on Zyke now. He just somehow
Jedi
imagined.
mind tricks.
Yeah, he pushed him backwards without touching him.
Final score, Jesup Jayhawks 51, and the Columbus Sailors 36. Leading scorer in this ball game for the winning squad of Jesup, actually one player, Landon Barrett, 16 points for him, 8 in the second half, 10 points each for Cade Nolan, Joey Youngblood, 6 on the night for Alex Moore. McCombs had 6. Cole Van Brocklin comes in with 2 off the bench. Zyke, he's the contributor. Alexander Zyke, the junior for Columbus, he had 16 points. A lot of them three-pointers right in there. 6 points for Butler, 8 points for Leipold, and 2 coming in for Horth. Jayhawks will go to 7-4 on the season, 5-3 in conference play. Columbus drops to 2-8 overall, 2-6 in conference play, as we'll close out this one tonight. Luke, any final comments as we get through this game? I think we're so close. Close. You'll be fine. You'll make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it. That was certainly not the prettiest game we've ever seen. The thing about Jesup is they're a young team, and I don't know that they're ever going to be real pretty this year. They have a way of making games a little dirty, but as long as it comes out the way they did tonight with a win, I'm okay with it. It's a process to get better, and they get better each time out, and we go home with 2 wins on the night. So good evening for the Jayhawks, both girls and boys.
Again, next game for the Jayhawk boys down to LaPorte City Union on Friday, and home at Dyke New Hartford. That'll be our next broadcast on the Jayhawk Sports Network this coming Monday. Invite you to follow us on Twitter, JayhawksSN. Share this Facebook page if that's where you're watching tonight. Share it with your friends and family. For Luke Baldwin and our entire crew of Anthony Baugh, Eric Clark, and executive producer Tony Lang from the Hawks Nest at Jesup Community Schools in Jesup, I'm Nate Kleberg. Final score, Jesup boys win tonight over Columbus 51-36. You can watch this entire game on replay as well as other previous Jesup High School athletic events. Go to the video section on this Facebook page. This is the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology with music courtesy of bensound.com. Go Jayhawks, and good night.